I'm
What
so
in the hell
sorry.
is going on? Just this live shit. Welcome to Fans of Patrol. My name is Montego. With me is my wonderful co-host, Miss Tifflebot, and I hope that yeah, there you go, clear up. Like I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So being that it's live and
Yes,
we tested and everything, of
yes,
course there's a problem. So say
there's a
hello to the
problem.
people, Tiff.
This is great because listen, I am back. I'm on a new computer. No rumors. And I got to hear the song for the first time because like normally I don't get to hear it. I don't know if that's because my old computer was old or if it was today is just lucky. But because I got to hear it, I knew exactly when we were coming in.
Oh, you okay? I
I
got
could
you.
hear the song this time because the software, the hardware is new. Everything's changed. Everything's. I'm gonna get some cans, and then no one can stop me.
Hey man, I'm so proud of you. You got new stuff and that's
Hmm.
wonderful, There we
I'm
go.
back and better than ever.
This is probably the best you've heard the show and participated with the show
Hey,
in
woo!
forever,
Right on,
right?
right on time.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
delays.
All right. So we're cool. So this all kind of shit just mm,
The
spilt my
off-air
coffee.
stuff, it can really convey. He did spill his coffee right when we were about to go live, and then everything went wrong.
I'm sitting here like mother, and then like all the preparation in this program is stopped and stuff, and I had to like redo it all in seconds. Anyway, you guys didn't come here to hear me bitch, moan, and complain about about my inability to get the show going. This week we're doing. Wait a minute. First of all, I'm back. We are back, and we have not been recording all because of me. It's been this accursed holiday stuff.
Mm.
my, I had to go get my kids. I had to go pick them up. I got sick really bad. There's something going around here in this area, and it took my ass out. And no way in the world I could sit up there and be like, "Welcome to Fans of Patrol." So it's been a goddamn journey just to get here, man. So I haven't been effing off, man. As far as like just
It hasn't
not
been
wanting to
fun.
record. No.
We haven't been skipping. We haven't been skipping so we could go to the Bahamas or anything like that. It's illness. It's plumbing issues. It's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot I told you about the plumb
Yeah,
man.
it's some plumbing issues.
Man, the goddamn hot water heater I woke up and it's only like 2 years old. Anybody who owns their house and shit, no, it's like 4 years old. It's under warranty. We had to replace it twice already. It's like a hunk of shit. And then I woke up and it wasn't working again. No hot water, none of this. The family's
Uh,
back in town. So I had to get that replaced and with a fee. Oh my, look, never buy a house. I'm just telling you.
Honestly, I it is like because every moment you are like this close to a life altering
Yes.
money travesty.
Yes, yes. It cost me $11,100 even with the warranty
Right.
and shit. It's just welcome to the fans on complaining.
Welcome. This is a show for fun on patrol.
So I have been having a little fun, man. So like, what's today's date? Like the 27th or something like that, the 28th.
The
And
twenty
so
ninth.
today is the 29th. No,
That's what
is it?
my that's what is a 28th. 28th. This computer, I haven't set it up yet. Wrong date,
Yeah,
wrong time.
yeah, it's the 29th. So
It's the 28th. You're right. It's the 28th. I'm
the
so
28th.
sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. Where are we?
Got
Who
people
are we?
got people panicking and stuff. No. So yeah, today is it's after Christmas. And let me tell you something. One, I'm gonna complain again. I'm so sick of eating. Stop eating. That's enough. This Christmas bullshit. Wow. It just don't stop to the point that I'm eating and I'm like, why am I eating? I don't even want this stuff. So there's one and a half more eating days left, right? We have New Year's coming up, New Year's Eve, which we normally do a big thing with New Year's Eve, but decided not to do it this year. Um, and then there's New Year's Day, which it's chill, but it's still there's eating involved. Um, I don't know, Tiff. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. What about you? Are you done with the eating, or are you still you're okay?
I guess like I don't eat normally. I mean, not like I'm a healthy eating person normally, but like on the holidays, it's easy for me to avoid eating a whole bunch of food because typically there's not a lot of food for me to eat. Because
Really?
I go to well, because I go to gatherings. I'm a vegetarian, and like that's got bacon in it.
I forgot
That's got
about you and
that
that
aspect
silly
of my life.
vegetarian.
So a lot of times I just don't, like I can eat. Here's one of the problems though. I do get sick. I love cheese normally, but like around the holidays, I start to get sick of cheese because so that's the only thing I can eat sometimes when I go to places. So I'm like, I guess I'll have cheese. So yeah, I guess I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I forget that you was a vegetarian because I'm a total carnivore. If I could eat steak every goddamn day
Yep.
for the rest of my life. So it's one of those things. But yeah, a lot of eating, man. So that's about to be over with. And then I'll continue my weight loss journey. I put it on pause. It was just ridiculous, parties and shit. And it's been a lot, man. Office stuff, home stuff, this stuff, that stuff. And I'm complaining, you got other places people can't even find meals, and I'm complaining, about eating. So shut up, punk. I got a house full of women right now, everybody's back and stuff. And so that's always interesting. I'll tell you, they don't watch the show, so I could talk about them like a dog behind their back. I do not ever have never experienced empty nest syndrome ever. My kids is gone. It's like cha-ching, like I missed them. I couldn't wait for them to come home. Now that they be here, I'm like, okay, time to go. Yeah, enough of y'all. Enough of y'all. So speaking of fun, I did have like had some fun. I decided. So I bought a couple of games. Right, I bought the Ronin Assassin's Creed. Haven't even played it yet, but I hear it's really good, right? But I also bought on PlayStation that Ghost game. It's like a Japanese wanderer. You
Oh, is
killed my
that Ghost of
family.
Tsushima?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Pretty so far. For so far,
So far, so
pretty
good.
goddamn good. So far, I'm enjoying the shit. So far, I've wasted the last 3 days sitting there with my eyes hurting, still playing. Like I got a headache.
Hey,
I got a
that's good.
headache.
That's how you know it's good.
I had to like charge the damn thing in the middle of like playing. Like, goddamn it, turn it off and watch some TV, get something to eat, and charge the thing because I'm about to run out of energy. So that's happened. Yeah. So this been pretty fun. So I haven't last video game I had that much fun with was the Indiana Jones game from a year ago.
That yeah, I haven't played that obviously, but I heard that one was really really good. It was really fun.
So
Even if
good.
you don't like Indiana
So
Jones, which who
so
doesn't,
good.
but so fun.
Yeah, you know what? You find plenty of people to be like, I never seen Star Wars and like
Hmm.
scoff at it and shit, right? I've never heard anybody that didn't know Indiana Jones or said they haven't seen a movie. I've never seen any of those movies. I'm sure they out there, but
Yeah,
you're an asshole if that's you.
I also
Everybody has
feel
seen
like
it.
if you make a game good enough, people will play it. Like Knights of the Old Republic, even if you weren't really a Star Wars fan, people love that game.
Really, non-Star Wars fans like that?
Not like
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 I didn't know that.
I think it's I can't stop putting this chapstick on, so I'm gonna have to throw it away. Go away from me.
Yeah,
I think like if you're not,
they're nice and moist.
yeah, there's
You got
they're already moist. Um, the like people who like might be like casual Star Wars fans who you wouldn't think would maybe like for instance read a novel, buy a game, whatever. It's still a good game. So people who maybe weren't necessarily like what you'd say a fan, quote unquote, maybe you
yeah,
like them or you think it's okay, like still
yeah.
think that's a good game.
They're talking about they've been talking about forever, but I think it's kind of close. Of course they remake all these games because they don't have an original bone in their body anymore, and it's so rare for them to come out with something original. So they've been just like you know putting up fresh skins on these games and like re-releasing them, which I don't really mind because the games are good, and it's like you want to replay but don't want to like deal. Because I tried playing Knights of the Old Republic about a year or so
And you were
ago.
like, ugh.
I was like, "Ugh, shit," I was like, I don't know about this. I did it on like the new Xbox. Download took like 2 minutes because the game is like a
Yeah,
couple of
because the
megabytes.
game's old as fuck, and you're like, it's like running like this. You're like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, and I was having fun until something else came out, but it
Sure.
still was like rough to get through. Like
Yeah.
I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and it looks fine. You know, they're talking about doing that game, like remastering it, and I'm like, wow, that looks fine. It really doesn't need it. That feels like a
Isn't it
huge money grab to me.
crazy that like certain games they're like, oh, we're gonna remaster it? I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do
Yeah, you
that.
don't have to. You really don't have to. Like you can barely tell in some things. Like they did Mass Effect, and that was cool until you got to the last game, and you realize that the last game really didn't look that like that
Right.
dated and
That's pretty
stuff like that.
recent.
Exactly. So yeah, so they've been talking about doing Knights of the Old Republic, and that would be cool, especially if they changed. So because like nobody really played that game really for the gameplay, right? It was mainly for the story and the choices, right? And it was cool to do certain things, but if you're sitting there like yank, 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 and then waiting for them to yank, 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 it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
it's, if you look at it, it's ridiculous, right? He's like, I hit you, you hit me. I'm going to let you hit me too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
Yeah.
like,
No defense. No defense.
exactly, exactly. And so like they would need to me to make it compelling, they would need to upgrade that a little bit so that the combat is
And they, you
different.
know
And I'm
what? They
sure
might, because they did that
they
Final
might, but
Fantasy
then
VII.
the Star Wars assholes would be like,
It's not the
you
same. Well, go play the old one. It's still there.
yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
playing
I
like
could imagine playing that combat again. Go ahead, I'm
I've
sorry.
been playing a lot of games on my Switch. The Because it's just you can take it around with you and stuff. And I've been playing this game called Little Bookshop, where you just run a little bookshop. And fine, we don't have to talk about too much, but I will say the people ask you for book recommendations, and then you give them exactly what they ask for, and they are little pieces of shit and complain. That makes me so fucking mad. I
So
turned it off. I'm like, I'm gonna erase your existence. What do you think about
this is
that?
amazing to me.
So,
Here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna talk about my co-host real quick because here's somebody who used to work in a bookshop that complained about working in a bookshop, but then we'll get a fucking game about a bookshop. They're having to deal with the same shit that made her not like working in the
I
bookshop.
want to see how
And it's
good
not,
I am at recommending things.
now this is leisurely for her. She's not getting paid for this. She could have just
No,
stayed at the.
I paid for it. Um,
That's what I'm saying.
I
That is
also play.
hilarious.
I'm also playing a game called Demon School, and it's been pretty fun. So like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like to travel
Okay.
around. But I want my bookstore. I want to like decorate it, and then have people come in and be like, "Good job," and they do.
Yeah. So my kids like play games like that. They're like they do that like Animal Crossing and all this other shit,
Mm-hmm.
Sims, all that kind of stuff. And I get it. When Sims came out like on computer like 20 years ago, I played it for a while. It was
Mm-hmm.
great. I couldn't believe that the shit was still going on. I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" Oh, I mean, so all this I'm saying is that the older games are still the best games, and so they're re-releasing them and they're making money off of shit they barely got to put that much effort into. But this Ghost game, I mean, the dialogue could be better. Some of this, stuff is like, but the gameplay is rock solid. The graphics is rock solid. It's fun, fun, fun. It's a lot like Assassin's Creed, to be honest with you, like
Mm-hmm.
open world stuff. So I'm digging it. So it's a total recommend, and it got good reviews too. So, which is always weird for us, right? Because we recommend stuff on this show, but for the most part, we really don't value recommendations of others. A lot of times, we'll say that something has this score on Rotten Tomatoes, but then if it's something that we disagree with, we kind of like try to figure out
Yeah.
how this recommendation got there. But I'm dying.
Am I so sorry? I'm so sorry.
So the weirdest thing is the hardest recommendations that I do accept is like from like fellow podcasters like Soul Wizard and uh, Code 45 and stuff. Not all the time, Code 40. No, let me not say Code 45. I love to do stuff we have in common. All that old shit they watch, I'm like,
Like stuff
I don't
like
give a
that.
shit about any of that shit. Any of it. But when they do stuff on the Patreon and stuff, that's what it's like. Yeah, I mean, th- their um, their recommendations have greater weight. Is all
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying.
you know them. But also, I feel like if
Well,
you start
no,
to,
because I didn't start knowing them, right?
right,
They
but
were
I think if
strangers.
you watch somebody and you like, I'm not even saying no, no. I mean, like, if you spend a lot of time with a reviewer and you watch and you start to get an idea of like what they like and what they don't like, then when they say something, if it, no matter if it aligns with what you personally feel or not, like if you could watch me and you'd be like, oh, typically I don't agree with her.
Yeah, yeah.
So if she says something's bad, then I can assume the opposite. I can assume I'm probably going to like it.
That was a trend on this show for years, right? Like you, people, people,
Here's the thing. I feel like that might be coming back. I'm full of hate. You know?
people was like that goddamn Tifflebot. You were hard cookie to please. That's for sure.
Yeah, but then, then things got better for a little while. Now we're back into the shit show.
I think I softened your ass up over the years. That's all.
Maybe. That's fine. It's gonna be good. I think I've made you also more critical because there's times that you've been like, I hate it. And I'm like,
You right.
what a surprise. What a surprise. From
Right, I
months
had that
ago.
reputation of liking everything, and I hated that. It was like with me, I see the good. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, which is still kind of true because it's like if you do something well, that I feel like it's well. To me, it's sometimes it's worth it. Terrible actors, but the story was good. I'm like,
Right, right.
aha. How many TV shows that I watch, or the story was good to it, was intriguing enough to suck me in, and then I might come back later like, yeah, that ending, goddamn, it was terrible. The show just got worse and worse and worse. But then first three shows were really, really good. Also, I started watching Percy Jackson. It's awesome on
It's on
Disney.
Disney
The
Plus.
second season. Yeah, it's the first season. I recommended it on this show. That was super good.
I should
I
try
still
watching
feel
that. I
that
bet
way.
that's fun.
It's good. It's good, and it's like more book accurate. You know what I'm
I
saying?
never read them. I should also read them. It seems like
Don't read
something
them.
I would have read.
Yeah, just watch the show. I'm telling you, just watch the show. You enjoy it. Just the show is available right now. You know what I'm saying? The first season, you can go through the whole thing, and it got four of the new season, and they're not like, well, two of the shows was like 30 minutes, but most of them was like 40 something minutes, 45 minutes, which I appreciate. I hate these 30-minute goddamn shows, Steph. I can't, it's either nothing happens or they rush through the whole goddamn thing, and then you like, damn, it's over. I gotta wait till next week. I hate that shit, man. Look, 45 minutes to 50 minutes minimum for these internet shows, man. I'm sick of the bullshit. It's like they're so minimalist. It's like such a cheap, like, and think about it economically. They doing a half-ass show and then branding it with this stuff, like they give you half of what a normal show is, and try to have you come and invest
Mm.
your time. Give me a do the finish the guy, and
Do
to
the
me,
work.
it's
Do the
all
work.
it's all the lesson because I think the last season had 8 shows,
Mm.
which is the most crummiest thing about it.
Was it eight
I
half
don't
hour
know.
shows?
It was like, yeah, 8 half hour. Well, eight, like, I'm not sure, like if it was like 45 minutes, because there was like 2 shows that was 45 minutes, and 2 shows that
Yes,
was
they did
36
that
minutes.
too. And sometimes I just
Yeah,
wish, like, it's again, I will bring this up. I will bring this up till the day I die. I said it many times on the show. People probably know me for saying this. A show, stories have a length. Some stories are one page, some stories are one sentence, some stories are several volumes long. What length is your story? And you pick the most appropriate way to get that to me. Like, if I see a show that's 8 episodes, 30 minutes, that's about 4 hours, you trim some of that fat and you make that a fucking movie. Okay? Get it
good point.
together. You know what I
Good
mean?
point.
Like,
Good point.
they're just trying to, like, that's the problem, is they're trying to cut up everything into a show, so you have to keep coming back to their stupid fucking streaming service because of course we release this every week. Why?
Yeah, yeah.
For who?
Hey, I heard Fallout is back too. I haven't seen any of
I
that
haven't
yet.
started that yet, but I'm very excited. I'm also a little, now I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little worried because I liked the first season so much that I'm
Well,
worried.
I've heard that what they released so far was it has been
Good?
more the same. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But see, I think I want to wait because I was look. I think I was drinking when I started Percy Jackson. I was like, I'm gonna wait until I can watch him when I want to, so I don't do what I'm doing right now, complain about the length of the episodes. But that's what I want to do with Fallout. I want to wait so when they're all done, I can say, look, I want to watch this for an hour. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Or 2 hours, or without you spoon feeding me 36 minutes. Like and call that a season 8 shows later. You sons of bitches. Give me the goddamn thing if you're going to do it. That's what I'm saying. I can have an hour show. I like hour shows. I like them. I like them. Shit. Anyway, where are we at? Uh, I know we just shoot. I feel like a need to catch people up because we've been
Yeah, because
gone
we've been
for
gone.
like 3 weeks, man. I think it's been 3 weeks we've been
This will
gone.
be well,
Hey,
this
man.
week too. So this is our third week. We're back.
Okay, so just 2 weeks. Your computer is doing its job, Tiff. It's like all the like getting blurry and shit that you normally do is so much better. Yeah, I know. So it's working good. It's the first computer in about 30 years, y'all.
Yeah, since I was born with the computer I had before, and now I have a
Mm.
different computer.
I'm so proud of her. You know. So anyway, man, let's get into this movie. So we had
Let's
some other
get
shit.
into it.
Yeah, we had some other shit we were gonna do over time, but
Which, okay, do we want to take a brief minute to talk about Welcome to Derry? Because I loved it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I had a great time with the 4 episodes I did watch.
let's talk about it because I've watched about 4 to 5
Yeah,
episodes,
like 4 episodes about as many as I've watched.
and I think it's the dopest shit on TV.
So good. Here's the thing. Let me
Whoa,
ask you a question.
whoa, 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 whoa. Go ahead.
My thought process on this, I get, like, you know how you're saying like everything's just a reiteration, a re-release, a rewrite, blah 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 blah. My thought process is, and I've seen this too, where this seems to me it would have been a perfectly fine horror miniseries without, like, if you had taken all the it stuff out and it was just a different supernatural scary kids show or show with kids in the suburbs. I don't think it would hurt it. Like, I'm not sure why it has to
No,
be
it didn't.
a
You are
prelude to it.
you are hitting it on the head, 100%. It could have. I will say this about it though. It didn't hurt that it was a prelude, that it is a prelude to it. So it's kind of like I wasn't even thinking about
Mm-hmm.
it,
Right.
in this thing. It kind of explains what it is after all this time. And I don't know how involved the writer is, the original writer, Stephen King, is in this thing. But the origin of it was kind of like interesting to me, how it came to be, without spoiling it. So it would have been perfectly fine just being a horror without it. You
Right.
are 100% right.
These kids
But I don't
are
think it hurts it.
selling it. What? It
Yeah.
doesn't. You're right. It doesn't
I
hurt
don't.
it. It doesn't hurt it. And honestly, I hate to say this, I feel like the a majority of consumers don't like care if it's new. Do you know what I mean? They don't care that it's an it property. They're just gonna watch it. As a matter of fact, they're probably gonna watch it because it is an it property, and then it's good, so you stick around, which is nice. Because sometimes they do that and it's not good, right? And then you have a double
Yeah.
whammy. I am always flabbergasted when they can find a group of kids who are able to act, who actually act like children and also are acting.
You know who really is killing it? The black girl. I can't think of her
So
name.
good. I don't know any of these kids'
Holy,
names, unfortunately.
me neither. Her and also the scaredy white girl. They
Yes,
are like
a dynamic duo you never knew you
boom, boom,
needed.
boom, 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 boom. You got scary and angry, and I'm like, it's good. I mean, the boys are good too, and all that shit. They feel like boys to me.
Yeah.
And but those girls, those two girls.
And I feel
Wow.
like this is one of those shows I was
Wait a minute, the
surprised.
black boy is like killing it too. You're right.
Yeah,
All the kids is killing
they
it.
all are. Right.
Yeah,
I
they
haven't
are.
seen
You're
one
right.
yet where I'm like, someone's doing a bad job. Um,
Somebody brought their kid to kids and
Somebody
said,
was like, here's a kid.
right.
So they're doing a really good job. And I feel like even if you were just like, okay, I don't know how to explain this, but this story is so good. You could slot so many different things into this and it would still work. Like, obviously there's like a lot of discussion about like racial inequality during this time, and that's some of the tension that's happening and like correlating with like the supernatural things that are
Which
happening.
I'm Tiffle about which I'm really surprised in this day and age how shit has turned so shitty in this country and stuff like that, and all these fuckers have been running away from anything with anybody from with people of color, like these studios because they're being bought by these racist bastards and stuff like that. I was surprised this got made. You know what I'm saying? I was like, because they had so many black characters in it, which is like, you're woke, you fuckers, so I was surprised. I was like, oh, they got minorities in this, you
And
know?
with appropriate agency. Like they all are their own
We ain't
people.
hiding the past. We
They
ain't
all
hiding the
are
past,
doing the
right?
stuff and like they're living
Hmm.
their lives and then dealing with the actual struggles that they would have dealt with at that
I was
time.
so,
I was
I'm so
shocked.
surprised.
I was
Me
shocked
too.
because it's a
I was like,
main
oh,
plot
y'all
point.
seeing the black people being treated like shit without it making a huge statement, right? Like, it's just like there. It's
Did
just like,
you
this is,
you want to know
it's
what
not a
else did really
statement.
well with the
What's
same
that?
situation? It made me think of a lot of Sinners, the movie
Mm.
Sinners,
Mm-hmm.
where like
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
stuff is happening and it's a part of the story of the movie because it's a part of the
It's
story of
not a
these
statement.
people.
Right.
Yes.
It's not a statement because facts is facts.
Yes. It's not
Facts is facts.
yeah, it's not like and even if it was it'd be fine, but it's not like they're it's not like it's just telling you the story of what is happening. You
Yeah,
are
but
the
you
one that
don't
are putting the onus on whether or not you think that that is okay.
you don't have to ignore the plight of people and be disrespectful, just like all the Native Americans they have in this show too, which like surprised the shit out of me, but was like so welcome. And it wasn't like it's a DEI fest. It wasn't like, we're gonna do a DEI thing heavy. No, it's just it's perfectly written for the area that it's in and the background and all the shit that happened. It's like somebody put their foot in this goddamn show, man.
Well,
It's
I
like
also
whoa,
just
whoa,
think
whoa,
that
whoa,
like
whoa.
if you are looking at that at these casts anymore and you're thinking, well, that doesn't look like any place I've ever seen, then you need to start thinking about the places you've been.
Yeah, it's
You know
good,
what I
y'all.
mean? Like Jesus Christ. It's all yeah. It's also you guys. It's you hear it like me when I heard it when you were like, "Can you watch that?" I was like, "I'm not really interested in it, but I will give it a try because I don't know." You know what I mean? And I watched it
Yeah,
and then that day we couldn't. We ended up not being able to do the show, and I was like,
you was like, whoa.
I'm just gonna no. I was like, I'm just gonna keep watching it.
Oh yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
thought. I was like, okay. Now I have more
So
time to
almost
even do this.
almost everybody I know is watching it.
It's crazy.
Um,
It's crazy
without
that people
without
are
without
watching that.
without yeah, without my recommendation. It's not like you need to watch this. People. I'm overhearing people talk about it. Some friends of mine who I went out with, they brought it up at the dinner table. I was like, oh shit, I wouldn't even think y'all would watch something like this. I was like, all right, let's talk, and they love it, man.
Because it
So
is can be genuinely scary. There's been a couple times when I've been like, "What?"
it's scary as shit. That movie theater scene,
When she's got
holy,
that little
holy,
girl's
holy,
hand still in her
holy,
hand,
holy.
I was
I
like,
don't know how many times I got to say holy.
I was
Holy
like,
shit.
ah, I don't feel safe.
Look, it was worse than the opening scene with the boy in the car. I thought that, normally they do that to pull you
So
in and all
yeah,
the
that's
rest
like
of the
I
movie.
thought we're not going to see another scary thing.
Me too. Me
For
too.
and also that
Shit.
was terrible, terrible. And I was like, we're not going to
But
see
it
anything else
wasn't
scary.
it wasn't nowhere near as bad as what was to come. It was like, holy
So
shit.
scary. And I was like, what a delight. What a delight that they're not like, but they're also telling like, sometimes when you watch shows like this, you're kind of waiting for that awful moment because you're like, God, it's a little bit boring and I'm waiting for the next fallout. But
Every show, right?
you're kind of waiting for the in between shit. You're like, get back to like the story that they're telling when they're in between.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good
it's
stuff.
pretty intense, man. It's pretty much the best thing I've seen this year. It's like definitely in the top 10 shows. You got All Out is in there. This one is in there.
I
This
started
is way better than
watching
Fallout.
Pluribus. Have you watched Pluribus on Apple?
No, everybody's talking about it.
I love it.
That's with the white woman on with the yellow,
Yeah,
with her mouth open on
yeah.
her. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about aliens that come and take over the Earth, basically.
That poster is the reason why I haven't watched it, and other people have recommended to me, but I was like, what is this bullshit with this? It doesn't. The poster doesn't speak to me. You know what I'm saying? I would never
Just
watch
get
it unless
past
somebody
it.
told me. No, no, no. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I get it.
Somebody else recommended it strongly, and I was like, I said the same thing. That's one white woman, and it was like, yeah, and it's like, why would they? Don't do that. Marketing has to be more clever than that. I shouldn't have to watch the show to understand what the hell this is. You know what I'm saying?
I do
You know,
know that like I'm like right now I'm in a very exciting TV time where there's a lot of TV that I'm excited to be watching, including like Welcome
it's a
to
lot.
Dairy,
Stranger Things. Stranger
Pluribus,
Things is out. Haven't watched it.
Fallout.
I haven't watched it yet.
Like so
Fallout
all
is
of this
yeah.
stuff I'm like, oh, I'm excited to
Percy
like watch TV.
Jackson.
I,
Percy Jackson and watch Percy
excuse me, my
Jackson.
cough. But now I'm like, oh, when we're done with the show, I'm gonna go watch TV.
I got to go do some shit after this. My wife want me to go do something. I got this other thing I was telling you about I got to deal with. So,
Are you back to work on Monday? Tomorrow?
yep.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
I know that some
Yeah.
places are like not like they close for like a couple
Well,
weeks. I'm gonna cough.
well, I've been off for what 3 days in the last week and the weekend. So five, that's as much time I didn't had off in a billion years. And it's kind of weird because the days go so quick because I'm not doing anything. I'm just like playing video games and chilling. And it's like, unlike a vacation where I would have shit planned and I'll be
Right.
doing things. So, I know I'll have two more days off coming this week,
Yeah, because of the
maybe
holiday.
three. Because it's kind of stupid to go to work on Friday again, just 2 days off, go to work on Friday for what? I don't know. So anyway, man, we are here to talk about Knives Out, man. So let's get into it here. Let me see. Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, 2025, PG-13, 2 hours and 24 minutes.
2 hours and 24 butt numbing minutes.
No, don't listen to her, y'all. She giving it away before we even start. So let me get
Sorry,
into
sorry, sorry.
the synopsis. Father Judd arrives in a quaint small town hoping to serve God, but he finds only suspicion when the community's pillar is suddenly murdered, branded as an outsider and prime suspect. The young priest is forced to join forces with Detective Blanc to expose the real killer. So I end up reading the storyline instead of reading the synopsis,
Mm-hmm.
which was uh, Benoit Blanc returns in his most dangerous case yet.
All right.
I was like, no, 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 no.
So his
We have
name
to
is
do better
his
than that.
name is Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc. I thought it was Blanc.
In my head, I'm like Benny Blanco,
Benny Blanco.
which is he's like a rapper
Right,
or
right,
something, and I'm
right,
like
right.
Benny Blanco. No, no, not Benny Blanco.
So the movie's directed by our friend Ryan Johnson, writer Ryan Johnson. These was his three movies that he negotiated after the Rise of Skywalker. Lucky him. I mean, not the Rise of Skywalker. The Last Jedi. I don't know. The
One of
the
them,
Last Jedi. Yeah, yeah.
those films that happened.
Terrible ass. The worst Star Wars movie of all time. So is the one he did. So I didn't want to see this guy until I saw the first Knives Out. Then I was
Yeah,
like, keep doing this shit. Do
yeah.
this
This
here.
is what you did.
Yeah, yeah. So who is in this movie? To
All right, I'll let you know who's in this movie.
all star
Yeah,
ridiculous
here's the thing.
cast.
It's a big cast and everybody is a somebody. So we've got
Yes.
Daniel Craig, obviously.
Yes.
Benoit, which
Yes.
also sounds like bidet to me. But okay, Josh O'Connor, that's the young
He's
priest.
fairly newcomer. He don't have that many things he's done, honestly.
Um,
So I was looking him up there.
Glenn Close,
Who has done so much and still
she's
acting in?
going.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
going
She
for it.
went from sex pot, which I really never understood back in the day, to creepy old lady.
Yeah, here she is.
So there we go.
Josh Brolin.
Who is killing it in every goddamn thing he is
Here he
doing now
comes.
these days.
Here he comes.
Holy shit, he's killing it in everything. Wow.
Here's my favorite, Mila Kunis. Why? For
Yeah,
what
I kind
reason?
of thought the same thing. Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
don't understand it, but okay.
Man, she just looks weird with that hat on
And
and shit.
she just doesn't look like a sheriff, right? She just looks like
No,
a person.
no.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Renner, our
She
friend
looks like,
Jeremy Renner.
yeah, yeah. Back to Mila Kunis. She looks like Christy Nolan playing dress up. This is what she looks like. But back to Jeremy Renner, who got his ass tore out in that accident, and he looks a little off, but good for you. Back
Yeah,
in stride.
yes,
Yeah.
he's working it. Kerry Washington, ageless.
I, nah, I guess,
I just could.
Kerry Washington
He's very
needs to
young,
be the
always young. Andrew Scott, I fucking love him. He's the man who
Yeah,
writes the
what?
books. He's in like Fleabag.
And I never
He
seen.
was in Sherlock. He was Moriarty in the BBC
Oh,
Sherlock.
oh, wait a minute. He's the guy that. Oh, he was in Face Off, right? He was the brother in Face Off, right? No, that was that the wrong
I don't
guy.
think so because he's very young.
Oh, I know this guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
He
you would
was
recognize. He's in a lot of
Mariachi.
BBC stuff. He's been in some movies and stuff now.
Who the hell was he in this? I don't remember who he
He's the
was.
author. He's the guy who writes the books.
The weirdo with the moat. Got you.
Yes,
Got
yes,
you.
yes, yes. And okay, okay, just one second.
Keep it going.
Kaylee
I'm enjoying
Spain,
this. Yeah, she was in Romulus, that terrible aliens movie. Yeah. To
uh
some people like I hate.
Daryl McCormick. That's Cy
Fa-
Graben.
fairly unrecognized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
young man. Thomas Hayden Church, who I love, just shows up
Me too.
randomly in places.
Yeah, and I mean, he's like a warm
Just doing
blanket, right?
work. Just doing work.
You're like, oh, it's him and that voice.
Jeffrey Wright.
Who I did not recognize at first.
I didn't either.
I was like, I said, is that
Well,
Commissioner Gordon?
because
Is
I was
that
like,
him? Oh,
yeah, I was like, I recognize him, but why?
they.
Um,
I think he just with the beard and the bald head. Well, he
yeah,
always has a bald head,
I
but
don't
it just
know.
looks
I don't know what it
different.
was. Maybe the
Yeah, no,
clothes.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
Annie Hamilton.
don't
That's
know
the
her.
mom
Yeah, but I
of
don't know.
the. Yeah, I don't know either. James Faulkner, Bridget Everett, Noah Sagan, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the baseball announcer. Rude.
Yeah, I'm
Rude that I
like, what
couldn't
the
see his
hell?
beautiful face. Like, why are you even telling me he's there?
Oh, when the game was on, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But like,
Hey,
why? For
this
what
Noah
reason?
Segan. What, Noah Segan. He wasn't he in the first Knives Out? He was the sidekick, the deputy. What the hell is his credit? Why is he in here?
He is the bartender.
Oh, they used him again.
Like, I don't know if
Okay,
I don't know. He's done a lot of stuff.
he was in. I think he was the deputy's
Yeah,
like assistant.
he was Daryl in a Glass Onion.
Yeah,
You're so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
What I will say is that like why are there so many like even the Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's a baseball. Why can't it just be a baseball
I'm going to
announcer?
tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I guarantee you, these people are begging to be in this damn these movies. They're good. Coming off the first like one, coming off the second one, all the stars that's in it. I guarantee you, they're not like paying these people out to ask for. I guarantee you, this thing is one of those things that Hollywood actors want to be a part of. Why? Because they're memorable and they're good. And so they probably have a line of people who want to play these roles.
Okay, so
That's
before
my
we
thing.
start, I want to ask you a couple questions.
Yes.
Josh
Yes.
O'Connor is our lead priest.
Yes.
He is an English actor.
Okay.
Could you tell?
Nope.
Okay. And
No.
Andrew Scott,
Nope.
the novelist, he is an Irish actor. Could you tell?
No.
Okay.
You could have. You did.
Well, here's the thing. I can't tell if I can tell because I already know. Do you know what I mean?
No. Without you saying that to me was like no. Well, I didn't hear anything weird.
I just think there's a
About the way they were speaking.
no. I think they did a great job. I don't think they do poor accents. I just feel like that there's a certain thing that when you do an American accent and you have like a British or an Irish accent, there's a thing you have to do to make your voice sound American that I'm almost always like that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just I think it just comes from having like watched a lot of movies where somebody's doing that, you know what I mean? Where you're just like, oh, I could it's good. It's a good accent. I could just hear it.
Well, I've never heard Daniel Craig do an American accent other than something
Other
as
than the
ridiculous
Foghorn
as
Leghorn.
Blanc. Yeah, 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 yeah. Which I love. Fuck it. I mean, I love a good Southern drawl. So before we go any further, it's time for one word. What you got, Jeff? One word.
So this movie, my one word is condescending.
Damn.
It's
Whoa.
so condescending. Like,
Okay.
I get it. I'm not trying to be. I feel like Rainn Wilson or Ryan Wilson, however you say his name,
I think it's Ryan. That's right.
that you would. I get his name confused with that guy from The Office, who also has a
I
weird
don't know.
name, Rain something.
Ryan is not a weird name.
It's spelled weird, so I wasn't ever
Yeah,
sure.
it's still, but it's Ryan. It's
Ryan.
definitely Ryan Johnson. Yeah.
Okay, Ryan Johnson. See, I'm still saying that other guy's name. The whole name is wrong because I'm saying Rainn Wilson, that guy from The Office. Ryan Johnson seems like the kind of person who would corner you at a party and be like, "Do you know about the French Treaty of 1878? It went like this," and you'd be like, "I'm gonna kill myself. Somebody get me away from this man." Like he's like,
Where's I don't
I
understand. Where's this coming
I wrote
from?
it, I directed it. I would be in it if
Okay.
I wasn't such a regular person. Do you know what I mean? Like I think he thinks of himself as Benoit Blanc. This is like a,
Okay. Right.
do you know what I
Writing a
mean?
mystery is.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's fine, whatever, right? But it just feels like they have a lot of arguments about like, and corruption, and it's just not even, it's not interwoven into the story in any way. They're literally just saying it to you. This is a lot.
Okay. I understand. Really, my one word is slick. Right?
I
And
knew
that's
it. People love it.
people look. Rotten Tomato score 92% on
Mm-hmm.
Rotten Tomatoes. Fan score, right?
Mm-hmm.
4%. It's
Mm-hmm.
good, man. It's good. It's good and it's slick. And to me, uh, not even predictable until you get to a certain point. Like you did not know where the hell this was going until it got to a certain point, and then you just wanted to see, it manifest itself. You know what I'm saying? Because they dropped some stuff, so you were supposed to know. I think anybody with a half thinking mind, with not even half thinking, but you know trying to solve the mystery, which I was trying to do, but it's television, right? It's a movie, so they show you what they want you to see. And so once you got to a certain point, then it was like, I want to see, him solve the
Yeah,
case.
the right,
And I
and
thought,
also whatever the solution is. You know what I mean?
yeah, because how they went about doing it, so and then even stuff, even with the title, Wake Up Dead Man, I didn't even realize where the shit was going until it was going on.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, so I thought, well done. For me, bravo, bravo, three in a row, three great movies. And I'm telling you, these people, if we research, like, if we could find out some kind of way of how this thing was cast, I guarantee you, these people wanted to be in this movie, just like the second one, because of the first one. And all the hard hitting people you had in the first one, like Jamie Lee and Don Johnson, and the list goes on. Lakeith Stansfield, not that he's A-list, but he getting there, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like more and more and more, people who do really good jobs, whether if they're a big name or not, so I don't know how Mila Kunis got this. So, of all people, I don't know how the hell she get in here with that hat playing dress up. Anyway, let's we already spoiled, well, no, we haven't spoiled yet, but we're about to spoil now. So let's get into it. One thing that was really I noticed in this thing was how much time the main star was off screen before he was on screen. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of shit happened, Tiffobot, before we even get to the actual murder,
Yeah, it's
which
a
was
lot.
really, really good shit, though, man. I mean, you didn't even need him in it until there was a murder, right? Because I thought stuff was good. He punched. It starts out the priest, what's his name, Judd. He punches out the guy, and then you have the mentor priest played by Jeffrey Wright said, I couldn't stand the guy either, but you can't do that shit. So we sending you off into the middle of nowhere, which was supposed to be a punishment, but he was just loving it because he's like, assistant pastor. He was so
Mm-hmm.
you know jazzed to go. He goes out there, and everybody's weird,
Yeah.
like they are in these movies, right? Everybody's just weirdos, So he goes in and he meets the father, right? And immediately takes confession, right? Just and are you here to take my church? At first, I thought the Josh Brolin priest was gonna be cool. I was like, oh, he's gonna be like misunderstood, cool.
Mm-hmm. No.
He was a son of a bitch, boy. Josh Brolin does a really good job playing these SOBs, Stiffelbot. So where we at? Tim?
So he's like confessing, and he's saying a bunch of shit like, I'm touching my weenus 7 to 10 times a week, and then going into detail about it, and that kind of stuff. Just like breaking him down emotionally right away, so that like, so we see that this priest, this father, has a lot of control over his flock of people. Um,
5 or 6 people.
right.
5 or 6 people.
And that's one of my problems with this movie is I could understand some of them. I could understand some of them, but I could not understand a majority of them, I guess. Like, why did the author even give a rip? Besides that he was trying to write the book, right?
You said why did he care
Yeah, why
to
would
be a
that,
part of this
like,
plot?
yeah,
Because he had no longer any sense of belonging anywhere. The internet and the public had broke him down into nothing. And so, he didn't want what they made the crack that all his fans look like dudes from the Great
he
Lebowski,
did.
right?
He did
And
look like they did look like him.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And the funny part, I mean, so it turned into he was his writing inadvertently was pandering to like survivalists, when he used to like do this great science fiction shit, which was highly respected, and then it just turned into this garbage because, come on, man. Sometimes you are a one trick pony. You only got so much, and
Right.
you think you're brilliant, and so he needed a sense of belonging and safety, and he figured, he was a cult of personality. I mean, the black dude came in and explained how he knew all the shit, but nobody liked him
Yeah.
in the GOP. He couldn't draw people to liking him, which it's so weird. Like, because even in the first movie, Trump was president when the first movie came out, and you had the Don Johnson character going into this immigration rant with the
Yes.
housekeeper and shit, and then here's Trump again, and he brings up the GOP being a cult of personality and all this other stuff, which we all know is true. Once dumbass is out of office, then the whole thing's it's dying now. And so it was like I thought it was funny that they hit that like they did. Like you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do all this stuff. But if you can't, bring the people into your garbage, you got nothing. So he knew all the stuff, and he was what he almost acted like he was a nepo baby, but he wasn't because he ain't had no like parents or nothing like that. And the lawyer was his guardian mom,
Yeah.
which was super weird. I mean, the
That I
respect
never.
that she had.
I guess the only reason she did that because she respected her dad, but that still was weird.
That's it. Yeah, because it ain't enough respect in the world is going to be sticking me with somebody's kid that you don't even know where they
Right.
came from. But we're skipping a little bit. So they go
Yeah, it's
in
hard.
and
And I will say it's hard to talk about this movie in a linear
literally.
fashion because because the movie itself skips around. We start hearing it from the point of view, but that part where he's writing everything down actually happens later in the movie when Benoit shows up and asks him to write it all down.
Well, we did find out about the harlot whore immediately, which was like,
Yes.
what the hell? Like the missing cross, and he was gonna go out and he was gonna shuck some wood and
Make a
get
little
the
cross.
cross back up on it. Yeah, and
It is
the
that's
harlot
the
horror
church
story
is
was
very
like,
culty, and I will say that like okay, so while this movie makes a lot of statements very blatantly to your face, like it basically
mhm,
goes, "That's dumb."
mhm.
Sometimes look you right in the eyeballs and say it. It will also make some, points about just, more subtle points, like the fact that like this is basically a cult and like the separation of religion and cult like behaviors. There's a thin line.
Mhm.
So like they're
Right.
making those statements very subtly while they're making other ones loudly. So like here you can see that this is sort of a little tiny itty bitty cult because they're those 5 people and he's got the stuff on them and they don't want to put
Shit.
the
When he realized that the dude was sitting there chasing people off the church, talk about a just powerful and Josh Brolin just chewing up the scene,
that
man.
was
Just you
so
whore,
bad.
without saying whore. I was like, God damn! I know I was in my seat, like, God damn, dude, stop, stop. And he don't want anybody to come in and get and mess up his
Right.
control over these people. So he just chased them the hell out of there, which to me was like, the church is like, we don't know why the church isn't thriving. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're judging everybody. And that's
Deliberately,
like a microcosm of it,
deliberately,
right?
purposely. Right. Deliberately, purposely, this dude is just keeping people out. And so, then there's this whole thing with this Eden's apple, right? That's, you know, That's that was
I
this priest had. Go ahead.
that's a great. It's not a red herring, but it's a great like sort of red herring that makes you think that it's going to be a red herring because they show you immediately. They show you Eve's
Yep.
apple, which is the
Yeah.
little container, but it's just we don't know it yet, but it's just the container. I thought that there was going to be an intricate puzzle relating to that
I
little
did too.
thing that was going to
I did too.
open and something was going to, and I get it. We can't always have that, but I was like waiting for it, waiting for it. And then when they just ripped that fucking thing apart, I was like, God damn.
Well, well, let me remind you too. In the second movie, that whole onion thing was an intricate puzzle. So we can't do
Yeah,
another damn
we can
puzzle.
do
You
it
know what
every
I'm saying?
time for the hardcores.
What I thought was interesting is that they kept showing the soft pad where the jewel sat, but you didn't
Yes.
know why it had
Yes.
that indentation in it. It didn't make any sense, at the time. So the way they orchestrated the death of the priest was pretty dope, Tiff. I'm like,
Crazy work. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And here's the thing. I think that really, so like, okay, so we get to the point in the movie. So the movie, as I've said, is sort of told. It is told in a way that goes forward like this, but you kind of go back and then come forward again. And so we find out, like, the crux of the problem, obviously, the reason why Benoit Blanc shows up is because the priest is murdered. And it's a classic, what you would call a closed door mystery.
murder, yeah, right.
And they were
It
very, very
happens right in front of
popular.
people.
Like back when like Agatha
Yeah,
Christie was writing, they were very popular genre. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle loved them. Like, like they were just like, how did this happen? If no one could get in here, how did this happen? Which is a really great. It's a way, and in a way, this is where I'm gonna say about Ryan Johnson's like genius because he takes all these information that we have of like classic whodunits like
yeah.
when you read a lot of I've read a lot of Agatha Christie. You read them, and after a while, you're like, oh, these are very formulaic, sort of detective novels.
Which is fine.
Which
Which is
right,
goddamn fine.
right.
Yeah.
So you read them and you're like, okay, maybe I'm not going to know this exact mystery, but it's fun reading it because it's an experience. So I want to say, like, while I did say it was condescending, these movies do a supremely. You cannot. They are a master class in
Yes.
creating a whodunit that you just are having fun to figure out who did the deed. So we've got a closed room
Yeah.
mystery because he's in a
Yeah.
cloister,
Yeah.
and he dies in there. And as far as we can tell from the audience perspective, no one is in there with him.
Which was so baffling to me when it happened because I'm like, well, wait a minute. Even Blanc comes in, right? And he does this whole, like, it was beautiful. His whole introduction to the priest, that whole scene. I was like, this is great. And of course, the stupid cop comes in and spoils the whole thing. But he had him explaining what was happening, and it was just like, what? I mean, they went to the ridiculous immediately. Had to be an RF signal being
Yeah, yeah,
played,
yeah,
had to
yeah.
be
A false
some
wall.
false
These
wall
are
or
all
something,
very
and it was just like,
typical, right?
yeah, it was like, dude, this is no. So,
But right,
something
like
else had to happen.
within the fictional shit, right? But in this movie that we are watching, we are not. We're like we all agree that what we are watching is not fictional, right?
Right, right, right,
They're
right,
presenting
right.
this as like, well, this is not a movie, so this couldn't happen. You wouldn't be able to remove an entire wall, and so they're trying to figure it out. And also, like, there's this indication that like or implication that Benoit Blanc solves, like, for instance the younger priest, he knows that
Hmm.
that guy didn't do it, and he says, "Oh, it's
Yeah,
because like you're a not a guilty man who's trying to whatever. You're an innocent man who's feeling guilty." Right?
yeah,
It's what he says.
yeah. Which
Um,
which I does.
but yeah, but also it's not even just that he has this like feeling about it. He's already used his deductive reasoning, and he knows for sure that he didn't murder him, and we don't know that until later. He wants to like give this guy some like agency to bring his own power back, basically.
And yeah, and even the whole thing about how he explains how he solves stuff, and he has his moment, to run down everything, and do the "I got you" moment. was played so nicely twice in this movie, where he just was about to solve the case and then he didn't on purpose, and then the second time, even with the I cannot solve this case, the whole time it's like he needed them to do more. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying? So
He's
it
already
was like I
solved the
thought it was so
case.
good.
These are all part
I
and
thought it was good.
parcel. Again, this is
Yeah.
another. So, like, I guess when we make an argument about telling a detective story or, a movie of this kind, is that it can be ridiculous. It can be the stupidest thing that you have ever heard in your whole entire life. But as long as the person who's weaving this all together makes what we're seeing understandable and plausible, you go, okay, that can make sense in the world of this film, right?
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
these people, you're watching it. Okay, so we get to the point where like the stories sort of converge, and we're finding out what happens in that room that night. That he doesn't know what happened because he comes in, they throw the book at him. The young priest comes in, and all the folks from the
What a conversation that was. I was like, whoa! Like when they went back and said this was
yes,
about, and all these people was like had access to grind and shit, and he, like a terrible person he was using all their confessionals to blackmail them, to just stay in silent and do what he said. I was like, holy shit! But I did notice he had nothing on the old lady. You know what I'm saying? Not a thing on the Glenn Close
well,
character.
she
So I
went in
was
there to
like,
confess something, and I was going to ask you about that. What did she confess?
I think she confessed. She told him where the diamond was. That it was
That she knew
in
where
the
it
in the
was.
whip.
That was her deepest
Yeah.
secret, is that she knew where the diamond. Oh, okay. And then when he said, "Are you afraid to confess?" and she was, but then to prove it, she did it, and then it turned out
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he was exactly the person that he warned her he would be.
The next thing you know, he got the people coming out to take the damn door off the thing and everything. He was about
Damn.
to,
That's what he.
take
Oh
his.
my God! Can I just tell you something? I just realized now that he ordered that to get the diamond out, not as a part
Yeah,
of a fake plot to resurrect him.
yeah, yeah. He wanted that money.
I'm
he,
so
he
stupid.
he wanted that loot, man. And then he found out that the black kid was his son and stuff. And so then stuff got even more complicated, right? And so so he died, right? For real. All he was gonna do was excavate the stuff. But you had this plot with the old lady and with the doctor, who I thought his family was gonna be buried in that acid too.
I did
Because
too. I was like, first of all, okay, I want to talk about the doctor because when they're in that room and they have like the confessional or whatever, well, there really isn't anyone in there besides the doctor who would be in any way problems because like the writer, the only thing he had to say was like, your book sucks and I'm gonna tell everybody not to publish it. What Monsignor Nobody in the Nowhere Parish is gonna call publishing and tell them not to publish the book? Like, I guess if it's
but he was
his, it's
believing everything.
about
He was
him.
he was that guy was believing everything he was saying in his life at that point. So there was power.
There
You
was
know what I'm
power,
saying?
but like he was like,
And then you
don't.
don't know how.
Well, like
Go
he was
ahead.
acting like, don't show anyone that could like, because he's got the recording, and he's like, that could like damage everyone's life. And but the really only person in there whose life could be in any way damaged was the priest himself from having an illegitimate
Mm-hmm.
child, and the
Mm-hmm.
doctor who has been drinking while he's working on patients.
Doctor was bad. He held the power of communication over the guy with the moat, and he was crazy.
He was crazy. I guess I
Why
should
would
say that
you?
he didn't have
Why
that
would you believe
moat.
him? He literally dug a moat and
That's
had
true.
knights and
Um,
shining armors outside his
but
house.
I want to talk about, yes, the doctor's basement, which is just a
Yeah.
dirt hole where he has a tub for acid. So yes, like
No,
you
no, no,
said,
no. It was an unfinished basement. It wasn't dirt. It was just no
okay,
panels or
okay.
nothing. Like
It,
I had basements like that before.
but like
That it was just unfinished.
well, our basement is also unfinished. I don't know why but like, what's with the, where did the tub and like, you know what I mean? Like, how long has that been there?
Well, I don't know why he would even have
Right?
that tub
Right?
because he's a doctor, not a mortician.
Right.
So
And then he has to bring
I
in,
don't know.
and then he has to bring in like, so obviously he gets the acid from work? Question mark.
Yeah.
And it's
I
just
mean, he
like
can
a
order it.
little
He's a doctor.
spigot that you turn on.
Yeah, he got it all hooked up.
Yeah,
Got it
right.
all
That's what I'm
hooked
saying.
up.
I thought, like you said, that it would just be like blah, 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 four skeletons.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he had done this before, and I thought he was the ultimate villain. At this point, I had forgot all about the old lady. You know,
Me too.
and I,
I was like,
and
she's
I was
gone.
I was sitting there trying to figure out. I was like,
What is she
how
gonna
the
do?
hell did this dude fake? He was on the table butt naked, and they was flipping him like a pancake. I was like, you can't fake
Yes,
that,
because
man. I was
let
like,
me
what
tell you,
the
I
hell?
was duped. I was like, oh my god. And my thought when we first see, so the
They
priest
showed that
runs back.
medicine.
I thought they
Hmm.
gave him like a sleeping drought, but then I was like, but
Yeah,
then
yeah,
they
yeah.
were flipping him over on the table.
With a big hole in his back and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And so then when I saw the video, she come when they did the Lazarus thing and had the tomb open. I thought it was the old lady. It looked smaller from the. I said, "Is that the old lady dressed up like that?" I said, "But how did she kill a dude?" So everything was like,
and
this needed to
honestly,
be explained.
so they show us, and it turns out like okay, we're obviously at this point where that is her husband. It's Thomas Hayden Church. Now I want to say a brilliant thing happens at the beginning of this movie, which is they show Josh Brolin up on the parapet or whatever that's called,
That's her on the ass.
and he's like blah blah blah, yeah yeah yeah, blah blah blah, doing his thing, and then we come outside and we immediately see Thomas Hayden Church. And at
Hmm.
first, my very first thought before I adjusted was like, is Josh Brolin playing two characters? Because they made
Mm,
them look very similar.
they
So
did.
like,
They did.
there's like a little bit of
Until he spoke.
yes.
Once he spoke, I was like, "Oh
Then
no,
yep, and you're like, yep.
that's not Mr. Church."
And I
People are
recognize.
always getting it.
I also recognize. I was like, oh no, it's Thomas Hayden Church. But I was like, they definitely did that so that I would be like, why do they look so similar? And they'd be like, oh no, they're different people, and then forget about it the whole time during the movie to reveal again
You
to
know,
me. They just put him in a little wig.
Yep. Yeah. 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 So I always get him mixed up a lot at times with John Roberts. Thomas Hayden Church and John Roberts to me always they look alike. They sound alike. And I'm always like, is that John Roberts? Is that Tom? I was I was like, at first I was like, is that John Roberts? I think that's John Roberts. Then I was like, oh no 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 no, that's the other guy. That's the other guy. So yeah. So the only stretch to me in this whole thing is when she was like, the old lady comes in and say, I need a moment, you know, and then everybody leaves and they smuggle the the actual guy, the Thomas Hayden Church character, her husband, into the casket. Because I
Mm-hmm.
was like, what the hell? And what they do with the body? Like, I guess they put that. I mean, 'cause it seemed fast to me to be able to do all that. Had him dressed up, had him with the wig,
Mm-hmm.
but then the doctor was a part of it. He comes in because they did show the doctor putting the cover on top of him, so you know he's
Now,
alive in there, and they.
here's the thing: they get the
Right.
diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Mission accomplished. And then old bumbly priest comes running down the hill, slips and slides in the mud, falls down. Our young
Yeah.
priest, and he just
Yeah.
because he sees him, and he also thinks it's a miracle, right? Because why? Honestly,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you? Like, if I saw that, I'd be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?"
Hell yeah. Hell
Right?
yeah.
So you're like, okay, so he's like running down the hill, he's disoriented, and then they make him think that he kills the Thomas Hayden Church character.
He don't remember getting punched the hell
Well, we
out,
even
which
saw him get punched, but then we see what happens next, and we think, oh, he didn't get knocked out because, like, he sees himself.
and it was obvious that somebody put his hand on a murder weapon.
Right. It was
I mean,
very,
so it
very
was
because he's
like, yeah,
laying down, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
I just think like this part of the movie, like, so you see the diamond. I think by this point you've
yeah,
seen Eve's apple, which,
yeah.
by the way, you guys, this is a fantastic piece of like you see it and you're like, that is Eve's apple, right? Because it's
Hmm.
this
Yeah.
it's this very it would be a very expensive diamond. It's like clear cut pink.
89 million dollars for this damn thing.
$89 million. So they've got this diamond, right? And it makes
Shit we value in this world, but go ahead.
now here's the
I'm
thing
like,
though. When that came on the screen, I was like, show it some more. Make it shiny, make it go sparkly. You know what I mean? Even me, I was like, that's nice. And I'm just a person watching a movie about a fake diamond. So when you
right, right,
see
right.
the doctor kill for it, it's like believable. It's kind of like one of those old movies where they're like people are like mystified by the diamond, and like the diamond has power and it makes them kill. I mean, that does not happen in this
Well,
movie.
he was the very worst person in the world to have around money like that because
He's
she
got
already
broke.
said that the woman left him for cash
Right.
and shit, and I'm like, well, I'm not. I would just disappear. This is mine. See you later.
Right. You don't have to
Poof.
kill anybody. Just steal it.
I wouldn't have killed nobody. I was just,
Just
I'm
straight
gone.
thievery. Like
I'm
that could have been fine. Because what are they gonna say?
I'm going to Morocco.
Right. What are they gonna say? That they were also just gonna steal it? Do you know what I mean? They can't
Exactly.
say anything. So
Yeah.
you just leave
Yeah.
with the diamond. And honestly,
Yeah.
you could get a new wife in like Brazil or wherever because you're rich now.
Exactly. You're super rich, right?
So
Even if you
like,
sold it on the black market,
yeah,
you would get at least half of what
the
that shit was
worst
worth.
thing that's gonna happen to you, the hardest thing that's gonna happen to you for the rest of your life is finding a fence for that object.
That's it,
That's
right?
all. That's all
That's
you
what I'm
gotta
saying.
do, and then it's
That's
smooth sailing for
it.
you. Instead, he chooses to kill multiple people
Yeah,
because he
killed the
doesn't want them
husband,
to
which
know
didn't
about the
have to happen.
diamond. Like
He killed the priest.
he killed the
He killed
priest.
no, the lady killed the priest.
Yeah,
The lady killed the
no, he
priest.
killed him.
But they did it together because
Yes, yes.
she
So she
put the
screams.
shit in
He.
no, and she
Yes,
actually put this
but that was just
the
the
chemical
sleeping drought. That just made him go night night.
that she got from him.
Right.
But it's still conspiracy
And
to
then he
commit murder
stabbed.
because they was
Correct. You're
both.
still guilty of murder
Yeah.
or conspiracy. So he
Yeah.
stabs him. Right. Right. So he kills that guy. Kills the husband of kills homicide in church, and then tries to kill her.
Tried to kill her. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like you could have been gone by now. You could have been out of the
Yeah.
country with that diamond. Who's gonna stop you?
I knew that old hag had threw him into that damn
Yeah,
pool
as
when
like
they.
she's ruthless.
Yeah, so dead. So dead.
So
So
like burnt up in that acid.
damn.
I don't even think.
What a way to go.
Oh, she did poison him first. Okay, I was like, did she even kill him first?
She did
Or was she
poison
just
him.
like
She did the old
she
switcheroo on his
did?
ass, and
She did. That
it
was
was
pretty
like,
great. And then she stuck
gotcha,
her.
dummy.
And she stuck. Okay, so then he had brought back. He was going to dissolve the original priest Wicks, and she just stuck his hands in there to make it look like he'd been like
Choking him into the
after
acid.
he'd been
Like I'm
resurrected.
gonna stick my hand
After
in that.
he'd been resurrected.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Not good. Yeah.
so then she's got the
So
diamond.
she's got the diamond. She goes to the church to confess, and Blanc knew it, man. He was just waiting. I don't. I think it had got really weird at the end for him. So I don't. I think he was waiting to see how this shit happened, especially with
Yeah.
the priest falling down and all that shit.
I think
Yeah.
what happened was like he was talking about how like they had the scales of Damascus, and he was saying like I have also experienced some kind of like not necessarily a religious like transformation, but like
But just a
like
profound like
a sense that
epiphany.
right that these people should
Yeah.
have their chance to unburden themselves and therefore be more innocent than if they were to be
Right.
just accused, right? So he lets her come in, and of
But
course,
you're right. The black lady had
why?
her shit made no sense.
What
Right.
did that poor woman do? And then they're like, she's like smoking a cigarette and they're making her seem like a woman who gave up. I was like, that woman raised a child who was not. And here's the thing, it wasn't even her brother.
An attractive lady too. She could have
She could
did
have been
anything she
free,
wanted
and
to do.
she had fucking tons of money because she was a lawyer. Because at first I thought that she was writing the checks, but it turned out to be the cello lady, who also, by the way, that's another person who was in the room that I was like, what does he have on you that you believe in miracles?
Hey, hold up. Yes, because let me tell you something. She was doing mad cash,
Yeah.
for his promise to heal her. So she was bought in. I mean, if you writing checks, at least for a fella, you believe.
Right.
You know
She
what I'm
acted like
saying?
she didn't believe, but that she believed that because like he was like, "You're not a believer," and then she's like, "I'm like, what is the point of this?"
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
here's the thing: I think like it was enough of a
Well, she
viability.
still thought he had. I think she still had she thought that he still had the power to heal her,
Yes.
and she was still believing.
Yes.
She was doing an Anakin Skywalker. "Oh, please help save Padme." No.
So yeah, so she goes and then she confesses, and then it's just him, the priest, Judd,
Yeah.
and Benoit in the
Yeah.
in the rectory with her, And so there's no police, but he's a police, he's a detective. He's like enough to give the like be like, oh, she's guilty, but she drops the diamond, and she tells him, she tells him everything. She tells him everything we guys told you that like, uh, and then Benoit's like, well, I'm,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and so then we like cut to like a year later.
I, I love how the dude was like ready to like choke him and stuff, getting up talking all that shit about if I see you do anything. Dude, you're a loser. Take a hike.
Yeah,
It's over. You'll never, ever, ever, ever get that thing, And so he's like, my inheritance, my inheritance. I guess so, but if you were a sympathetic person and not a piece of shit, maybe you would have got it. You know
well,
what I'm
it's like,
saying?
well,
But you was,
yeah, exactly. What was really weird too is that like, here's what I will say about the Wicks and his son's relationship. He seemed to be like genuinely excited to go with his son. So
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean,
well,
they were hatching that
they were
scheme,
gonna take that
and so
diamond together.
they were going to take that diamond and then they were going to old dumbass was going to use it to make this dude influential on the
Yes,
internet and
yes.
be like this big powerful piece of shit, and maybe even run for president one
He
day
did say that.
and
He
be the
did say that.
next Donald Trump. So that was their plan. Their plan was power,
Yes.
which he that's all he wanted. He didn't give a shit about no real money or nothing like that. He just wanted power. He liked controlling people and doing that stuff. And with his sons, his inside knowledge and money, sky was the limit, of being just complete dicks like other people in this country who's running it right now. So
Okay, so
anyway,
we see him make a little Jesus. He like,
yeah,
he's creating his church and he's making it like without money, right? He's just doing normal church stuff. And then, making it cute with flowers and stuff. And then we see he's made this wooden Jesus, which by the way, terrifying to look at for some reason for me. It was like
well, it was terrible.
me.
I was like, what the hell is
Yeah, I didn't
that?
like it.
Ew.
And then
Ah,
yeah, I felt uncomfortable. I was like, So then we zoom
it was
in
bad.
because they never found the diamond, right? And so they all had to like, they're like, oh, the diamond's gone. And it's in there. It's in the Jesus. You can see it. And I thought, what a waste. I'm not saying that you have to use it for your church, but like, couldn't you send it to a small country that needs help? Like, it's not doing anyone any good inside the Jesus. It's just in there.
Yeah.
And then eventually everyone who knows that it's there will be
Look,
gone.
look, Tiff, that's a lot of money just handing anybody. You hand that to a charity, they'd be like, "Whoa," I mean,
What is he going
it's
to do?
there's he's gonna do nothing. He's gonna honor the first priest, which who wasn't even a good priest either. He had the daughter that he treated like
No!
shit. And,
Listen, I also get
but
confused by that because this is a Catholic church. This is a Catholic
well,
church. You're not, and
well,
I
I
know,
guess people had lives before they,
sure, I
he
guess
made
that's
he
true. You can become a priest or whatever after maybe you've already had children. So I guess that's true. And I know that like things happen within the church anyway.
yeah
Like I get that. But
yeah.
like, why were we like? That's what I'm saying. Like, why were we like, oh, this guy's so great? And I'm like, nah, he was kind of a dick cheese too.
Well, he was right, and like even if that girl would have got that money, it would
But
have
I don't
been
think it would
gone
have
in
been good for
five
that
minutes.
girl to have that diamond.
Yeah, no,
But that
look at her. She's just waiting for him to die, so she.
but that Glenn Close, wicked, a wicked woman.
At first, when you saw her get her ass whooped, you was like, "Ooh, man, I can't believe they put that on screen with a child." Then they showed it again, and
Yeah,
you was
and
like,
you're
"Yeah,
like,
get the bitch,
it's
get her,
just
get her, get her,
smack her.
kick her ass, evil little bitch."
You guys, the fact that he swallowed that diamond and that's what killed him is wild. That would be such a painful way to die.
Is that what killed him, or did
Yeah.
he do something
Well,
else?
maybe he had I don't know, but he swallowed it and then it was stuck in
He
there.
said it was his last
Yes.
communion,
Well, that's what
So
they said. It was his
I
last
didn't.
communion, quote unquote. They swallowed the diamond. The diamond was in his throat.
Yeah, I get that, but I figured he
Well, what
did
was
something
crazy
else
is
to
when they
himself.
looked in the thing and Benoit Blanc, when they first went in there, he looked in the stomach, and he wasn't even looking for the diamond. I don't think, but that was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
another nice foreshadowing.
Yeah, yeah, I figured. Well, once they started doing the Lazarus shit, I was like, oh, he died with it. It's in that casket with him somewhere, like so you can't take it and put it in the casket with you, so you have to do something. So,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. What a way to go! But I will say this: the acting impeccable in this thing.
I will agree with that.
Yeah,
Not
the
a single
performances
note
were,
dropped.
except for the
I
casting of Mila
well,
Kunis.
that's a casting issue. I think Mila Kunis did an okay job with what she was given. I just don't really understand the choice of like a younger person for that role. Do you know what I mean? It should have been an
Well, I
older,
guess she ain't. Maybe she ain't all that young
more.
no more. I
Well,
don't
she
think she's
isn't
all
all
that
that
young
young
no
anymore,
more.
but she looks young, like a more gruff looking
She just looked.
person.
She looked weird with those chiseled eyebrows with that hat on. It was like she had the cover girl eyebrows with that hat on, and I was just like,
And
this shit just.
she's not in it very much. And like
No, she
there's
just comes
this
flying in, and
she's also like
yeah.
really serious about getting it done, but then also like, oh well, we'll let him have a few days. Like it's very kind of uneven, and that's not necessarily her fault, I don't think. But
No, it wasn't
miscast. I feel
miscast, and yeah, more could have been
it's
done
a,
to write that
yeah. Sorry.
character. A small town would. I can't see many small towns doing that.
Yes, I
You
also
know.
don't think my other problem. Well, I'm not talking about her being a woman. I'm saying like it's weird that there's that many cops. It's supposed to be a small town, but also just that like why like it's almost like they were only in there because Benoit couldn't be would necessarily be investigating a crime that just occurred. Cops would still be doing that. So like it's like just has to be there character, which doesn't feel like a very robust character.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Weakest thing in the whole movie was that character, especially for the amount of screen time that she did get. So I'm like, get out of the way, shut up. You just here to obstruct stuff a few times. And
Right.
other than
She
that,
can't,
yeah,
it can be 2.5 hours long apparently. 2 hours 20 minutes.
I would have preferred to see a Kevin Bacon play that role. I think it would
That
have
would
been
have been a
completely
good
different.
choice. Or like even
Yep.
like an Edie Falco. Like somebody who's like more
Yeah, yeah,
mature,
yeah,
like been around the
yeah.
block. Let's see it.
Yeah, either one of those two people would have been good. Even Kevin Bacon's wife, she
Oh
was
my
on
god,
the
yes.
Closer for 100 years. Yeah, yeah, somebody a little bit older, a little bit
Who's
wise, a
like
little
a little
bit
bit more
grufter.
cop
Yep,
centered, cop
yep,
coded.
yep. Other than that, I was fine. I love Jeffrey Wright character. You're like he was just such a like a this is bullshit, with his attitude and stuff like that. I was just like this dude. Who is this guy?
I
And then like it
liked
hit
it,
me like
yeah. I
yeah, I did too. I did.
I would have liked to have
Yeah.
seen more of him. He's not in it very much.
Yep, me too. Yeah, I
And
would have
he's
liked
a
to see more
delight
of
when
him
he's
too.
on
Yep.
screen. I'm just like, who's this guy? He's chewing it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. And the standout performance on the whole thing to me was Josh Brolin. I think he
Yeah,
just,
I think he did a good job, and I do think that the young priest Judd was
well, he was
also good.
phenomenal. Yeah, yeah. He just made his career with that. If he can keep doing that shit, yeah, yeah. His emotional range was there. That's for sure.
A
Yeah,
very
excellent
believable.
job.
Like you just assume that we're just watching a person's life happen, which is always a delight.
And I'll say this, and this will be my last thing on it. His scene he did with, I think her name was Brenda, whoever the lady was that worked at the construction yard. Where he stopped trying to get the information. He was trying to get the information, trying to get, and then he ended up like being a priest to her for the next 4 5 hours and stuff. I was like, that was a phenomenal scene, and just how it was handled. And he was just on the phone, like they let you hear what she was saying, but he stopped trying to like solve the case at that point, and then didn't even want nothing to do with the case after that because he was like, and it was like, dude, you're not out of the clear. You are going still
Yeah,
go
you
to
need to go
jail.
back there. I love her. The woman on the phone is Bridget Everett. She's in a show on HBO called Somebody Somewhere, and it's so good. And I really,
Hmm.
really like her. She's very, very funny in that show. And I thought she did a
Okay.
great job on the phone, just being like emotional voice and stuff. Now, I think that again, I know that at the beginning I was like, sit poo poo, but like another kind of mastery moment in this movie is that like that happens and we see the character move through the emotional like I don't want to be on the phone right now, I'm trying to get this done, and then realizing and legitimately good reason and good argument from his perspective as to why what he was doing was uncomfortable for him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was really interesting.
yeah. I enjoyed this damn movie, and it was for free. Well,
For
not for
free.
free, it's Netflix,
Well,
but
right. I didn't
it
have to
felt for
pay
free.
on top of what I'm already paying, which is nice.
Or leave my house. So,
Yeah.
that wraps up Brian Johnson's contract with this thing.
Oh, there'll be more.
It makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Will
Extend
they
it.
be more? I
Extend it.
hope so. Well, we'll see. Yeah, because this was the last one. The deal was for three, and boom, 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 and it didn't take them too long for them to come out too.
Right.
It's not like 10 years later
I think he had these
to get
all
three.
ready. Like, I think that
Yeah, yeah.
it almost strikes me as like they were novels that he had written in some way.
Which they weren't.
And then,
Yeah, maybe for himself.
right,
Yeah.
right. And then was like, oh, these make sense as like a detective movie. And then we already had like this Benoit Blanc character who shows up in The Knives Out, Glass Onion, Wake Up Dead Man, kind of like Poirot, and we would be in like The Murder on the Orient Express and The Mystery on the
Please
Nile.
more of that. Please more of that. I love those series too. I love them. I love them. The last one we never did on the show was the Ghost one. So good. Those movies are good too, man. I love those. I
We
love it.
just love a
It's like,
detective.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, a good
Right.
detective, not a
I'm
cop.
even willing to
I,
say
I like that.
I'm even willing to say like a fun, like it doesn't even have to be like, well, like as long as it's a fun caper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like Sherlock Holmes and
Yeah.
stuff. Even Robert Downey Jr. his Sherlock Holmes was excellent movies and stuff. Just more of that. More of that. Anyway, I think that's it,
All
man.
right.
So Tiff didn't like it. I loved it. So Tiff sounded like she liked it talking about it though,
Well,
don't
here's
she,
the thing:
y'all?
is like I have complaints, but it's still overall a decent, good movie. It's hard to say,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, 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 yeah. I got you. I understand. So, man, next week, man, I might. Tiff is probably not going to be happy with me, but we probably should go check out the Avatar.
No, please, God, no, no.
Fire and bullshit. I mean, it's a big movie. It's making a lot of money, and it's the end of the
We can
series.
listen.
No,
We can do
actually,
whatever we want. We don't have to do that.
yeah, I know.
And if you want me to
I
not
kind of
kill
want to see it.
myself, maybe we should
I kind
not
of want to
watch
see it.
that.
I really kind of want to see it. So we'll talk about it. But
We'll talk
I'm
about it.
bleeding
I feel
heavy,
like
man.
we should just skip it. 3.5 hours, and I do not want to watch it.
Well, you'll be
Oh
fine.
no, I
You'll be
got
fine.
no, no. Okay, well, we'll talk about it. All right.
All right, man. We can't do the damn thing. We got it done. My name is Montego Bradley, host of Fans of Patrol. With me is my adorable co-host, Miss Tifflebot. Say goodbye to the people,
It's been
Tiff.
a pleasure as always.
All right. Until next week, man. We will be
On
on
patrol.
patrol.
Dang.